Howdy y'all, RDMangle back once again, and I am back onto the tier list world. I'm going to record this a little bit differently, so the camera is going to be here, and I also have pins here, so you can see what I spawn here, and then I have the board over there. So, today we're going to be ranking a bunch of snacks. This could be like from crackers to chips to candy, to cookies, anything. It's just all going to be combined into one thing. And if you look over here, there's 62 snacks here, so we're gonna be ranking a lot of snacks today. So let's see what the first one is. Hidden Valley. What am I saying? Hidden Valley. No, that's fucking ranch, bro. Nature Valley. Yeah, these things are always so crumbly. They're either one piece or they're just crumbs. The moment you take a bite, it's just a huge mess. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, I'd take any other granola bar over these. I'll put these into the D tier. So that was our first one. Let's see what we got next. Lay's chips. Very basic, but I don't really pick these up. To me, they're kind of plain. But if I was to go for like a potato chip, these would not be my first choice anyways. Not even for like flavored Lays. I prefer the rich Lays or Ruffles. I'm gonna put them into C tier. I don't even know what these are. I've never even heard of these. Jif power-ups. I actually never had these, so I'ma just put them back there. Okay, so what else we got? Oh hell yes! See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. This right here is what I'm talking about. The sour cream and cheddar Ruffles. This is what you cannot beat right here. S tier. Totino's pizza rolls. I don't really get these anymore because to me, I prefer like an actual pizza or maybe like the Hot Pockets. And I don't even really get those anymore because I prefer to make my own pizza. Yes, I make them from scratch. So I don't really get these anymore, but I used to eat these a lot when I was younger. I'm only 27 years old, so I'm not really that old. I'm not even really particularly old yet, but that said though, I'm gonna put these into the B tier. Orville Redenbacher's microwave popcorn. This you just can't go wrong with. It is absolutely delicious, especially if you're gonna be watching a movie. But I think there's a better version of Orville Redenbacher popcorn, and that is the one that you get in like the jar and then you pop it yourself. That's what I prefer, but you still can't go wrong with this. So I'm gonna put this into the A tier. Yes, Slim Jims. This is one of the classics right here. Slim Jims, I don't really pick these up anymore myself, but they do still taste good. Let's put these into the A tier. Alright, what do we got next? Snowballs? Where's the goddamn Twinkie? 500 karate points, whoever gets that Zombies Land reference. Yeah, I don't really like Snowballs that much, because to me, the texture is kind of off. I'm not really a huge fan of coconut anyways. So, if it wasn't for the coconut, I'd place these a little bit higher. This is basically like marshmallow wrapped around a cupcake. That's basically what this is. And then put coconut on it. But to be honest, I'm not really a fan of these. D tier. Munchos. I think this is just another basic potato chip, as far as I'm aware. And I think this is also from like the Dollar Tree or something. I don't know. There's something similar to the name called Munchies, but I don't know if it's going to be on here. But to be honest, I never actually had these. So let's just put these back here. Yes, Cheetos, classic. I should probably pick up another bag of these because I have not eaten them in forever, but I do still love them. I'm gonna go S tier. Pop-Tarts. This is particularly the strawberry kind. This is not my favorite Pop-Tart in the world, but you can't go wrong with it. So I'm gonna say A tier. Double fudged elf fudge from Keebler Elves. I don't think I had this cookie. Is it like the Milanos from Pepperidge Farm by chance? Maybe. I haven't had them, so I'm gonna just put them back here. I haven't had these either, so yes, honey made graham crackers. I just realized that these are actually made by Nabisco. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, you use these if you want to make like a pie crust, or if you want to use these on s'mores, or you put some peanut butter on the top of it, maybe some marshmallow fluff, maybe dip them into some chocolate. One thing that I did find is that if you go to Walmart and you go to the Better Goods brand, you'll find a s'mores spread. Get that and then eat it with this. It will change your life. So with that said, S tier. Yeah, Chex Mix. This one's the cheddar variety. They actually made an updated version of this where it's like cheesier. I prefer that. So basically what it is that they changed the so they add more powder to it, so the pretzels have the powder and there's an actual cheese in it rather than like a plain, triangular cracker. And they just threw more powder into the bitch. But the regular ones I'm not really a huge fan of because I prefer the extra cheesier one. If you could find it and if it's on here, I will rank it accordingly. But for this one, I'm gonna say A tier. Jack Links. These right here are good beef jerky, especially if you're on like a high protein diet and you are trying to exercise a little bit more. I prefer these over Slim Jims because I like the taste of these more, a little bit less artificial, but they are a little bit expensive. So I'm gonna go with S tier for that reason because I will never say no to one. Realistically though, I wouldn't say no to any of these past like the B tier. Let's get to the next one. I actually never had the Lyman specific ones, so here you go. Yes, I love these. The fact that these are not really that expensive at all either. I think they're only like about as much as like a bag of chips maybe, which is like $5 or something. And you get like a whole thing of this. S tier. Cheez-Its. Yes! One of my favorites right here. Yeah, I don't really pick up the original. I prefer the Cheddar Jack. That was my favorite. But these are still amazing. I'm gonna say A tier. Already spawned these, but the Double Stuff Oreos, yeah. Do I have to say anything else? Like, I don't have to say anything else. Just S tier. The Fig Newtons. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of these. I've had them before. But, I know that there's people that are fans of these. And I understand that. But I'm not really a fan. It's just like, there's kind of a bitterness to these that I don't like. So, B tier. It'd be like a strawberry Newton. Yeah, I'd pick it up. Chicken and a biscuit. Yeah, I don't really reach for these, and I don't really know a lot of people that would have these anyway. But I don't think they taste bad necessarily. It's just like kind of mid. So with that, I think I'm gonna go B tier for chicken. Spawn one of these again. I do like pistachios though, especially like pistachio ice cream. I do like these, but I don't pick them up as often. But I won't say no to them either. So let's say B tier. Wheat Thins. Yep. Where's Brian? Hey Brian, you have some Wheat Thins? I have a bad Stewie impression. But yeah, I don't really go for these either. Must say we have Tostitos. These are the scoops, which are like made for dipping, so it doesn't break while you try to dip it. But these are really only good with dip. On their own, they're not really anything special. So I'm gonna go B tier because I only have these like at a party or something, even though I don't go to them. Ritz Bits. These are the peanut butter ones. There's a cheese one too, but I think I prefer the cheese one over the peanut butter ones. But these are still good, so I'm gonna go A tier. Twinkies! Yes! Finally! There they are! Where were you with the goddamn snowballs? S tier. Ah, here's the Bolanos. Yeah. This is what hold up. I tried comparing it to these earlier. But I don't know if that's really how they're exactly supposed to be. Because I do like Milanos. I don't know if this is really the same. But these are also double stuffed. So maybe I should try these. But, that said, Milanos are absolutely delicious. I'm gonna go S tier. Biscuits. I actually never had them, I don't think. Or maybe I have. Actually. Now that I remember some kind of like wheat cracker where it's like woven together. I think that's what this is supposed to be. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really a fan. B tier. Barbecue Lays. Yeah. These are a classic for sure. I would pick these up over the regular Lays. But still, to me, these kind of turn mush when you start to eat them. I'm thinking B tier. But the other one's on here. See? I've absolutely called it. Yeah, I prefer these ones over the barbecue ones, in my opinion. So I'm gonna put these into the A tier. But still, it's the texture that kind of puts it off for me. The club crackers. Yeah. These are by the Keebler elves. Like the elf fudge over there. With these crackers, unlike the other ones, these have more like a butteriness to them. I'm not sure if they're like a butter cracker, but these have a kind of buttery consistency to them. But these are kind of like plain on their own. So these are something like it shows down there. I think that's like turkey or maybe chicken. I don't know. You put like maybe peanut butter on this, or maybe some sandwich meat or something, cheese. So I'm gonna say B tier. What's next? Salt and vinegar chips. These are divisive for sure. And I understand people are fond of these, but these are kind of a love and hates thing. There's not really anyone in between here. And I hate these. I hate them. Like, to me, if I want a vinegary taste, I would rather have it like spicy or like a pickle. And I used to not like pickles on a burger or something like that, or even on like a chicken sandwich, but I've come around to them. I like pickles on a burger. But these, it's just straight up sour. I wouldn't be mad at these if it was just like, oh, it's like a little bit of sourness and then it's salty. No, these just punch you in the face with sour. And I like sour things. I like sour candy. Not just like, Sour Patch Kids. But I used to eat, like Toxic Waste. Everyone remember that? I could eat that like it was Sour Patch Kids. Like, it didn't affect me at all. This will be our first and probably only F tier. Because really, any one of these, I'd probably still wouldn't say no to. Especially like the D tier over here. Like, if I was in survival situation. But if that was the only thing left on Earth, I would rather starve to death. Funyuns. Fuck yes. Oh, hell yeah. The original was supposed to be Onions, but the name was already taken, so they made Funyuns. It's kind of like how Oreo, up there on the F tier, was a ripoff of Hydrox. But to be honest with you, I prefer the Onions, because it has a more oniony flavor, while these have more like onion powder and garlic kind of thing, while the Onions taste like an actual onion ring. However, the other versions of these, where you have the spicy queso, and you also have sour cream and Funyun, and also the Lay's wavy Funyun flavored, that's where this shines. I think they also made a barbecue one, but I'm not sure if I remember that correctly. That said though, I'm gonna put them in the B tier. Vanilla wafers. Yeah. The only time you ever really eat these is with banana pudding. That's really all this is really made for. So I'm gonna say, as like a snack on their own, I'm gonna say C tier. Because the only time you're going to use those is with banana pudding. Rice Krispies treats. You basically just take Rice Krispies and put some marshmallow, like, you know, sugar in there or something, and you get this. Yeah, this is really the only reason why you get Rice Krispies is to make these. So that said, I'm gonna go in the B tier. I actually spawned a thing. So here's the cupcakes. Yeah, I don't really get a lot of sweet things anymore unless it's like fruit candy. So like Sour Patch Kids, or like maybe Skittles, or some other kind of gummy candy. I don't really get these because I'm not really the biggest fan of chocolate unless it's like specific application, like s'mores, or cases like this where it has like a nice contrast to it. But to be honest with you, they don't really fill these up enough for the cream to be noticeable. So I'm not really going to be a huge fan of these. So I must say B tier. Here we have the Ritz crackers. You know, I actually thought these were supposed to be butter crackers. Apparently they're not. But yeah, these are pretty good on their own still, but where they shine is using it with conjunction of other things. So like the cheese down there, but the butteriness is off the charts with these. So with that said, I'm going to put these into the A tier. Ho-Ohs. Now this is actually what I prefer over the cupcakes, because this is actually more equally distributed, so you're able to notice the cream in these. I don't know if I prefer these or Little Debbie's Swiss rolls. I'm not sure. I haven't really compared them. So if I see them, I'll pretty much just like compare them as equal. So I must say S tier for these. Next up, Sabra gives you all your daily nutrients, like 0 grams of trans fat and oh my god, cholesterol. I never actually had Sabra though. So these are gonna go back here. Doritos Cool Ranch. Yeah, I do still enjoy these, but I don't pick them up as often. But they're still good. These are not my favorite Doritos flavor. They might come up here in a second, but I do still like these. So I must say A tier. Okay, here's the cheese Ritz Bits. These ones are the ones I was talking about earlier, and I prefer these over the peanut butter one. And this right here, I'm going to put in the S tier. I'm going to run out of room eventually. Ah, yes. A snack that smiles back. Ball sack. Yeah, goldfish. I prefer like the flavor blasted ones. I don't know if these are those or not because it's kind of cut off. I think these might just be the regular ones. But these are good because like they're good like gamer snack. So you can just like pour it into your mouth without having to get your hands dirty. So because of that, I'm going to put this into the A tier. I might need to I'm going to move this a little bit so that way we have more room. Yeah, there we go. Next up. Ah, I haven't had these in forever, dude. They're basically graham crackers in the shape of teddy bears. Like, you can't go wrong with them. But I haven't had them in years. If I remember correctly, I loved these. I'm gonna say... Well, these are actually about as small as the goldfish, so you could probably have these as a gamer snack too. Just pour them into your mouth. Pretty sure it's the same way for like a lot of like small sized snacks. So like this, goldfish, and I think also like maybe Skittles, jelly beans, like Jelly Belly. Or maybe like, I don't know. So I'm gonna put these into the A tier. Next up, the Fudge Stripe Minis. Yeah, I've had the Fudge Stripes, not the mini ones, but I'm pretty sure they will still taste the same. So because of that reason, I think I'll just rank this as equal as the other one. I'm gonna say S tier. Next up, combos. These are just the baked with cheese. I prefer the ones with the pretzels and also the pizza. So I think with these, I'm gonna put them into, I'm thinking C tier for cheese. Next up, all right, sun-made raisins. People are going to hate on raisins, but I don't hate them that much because like I kind of like raisins, but only in like a oatmeal raisin cookie, not really on their own. So with that said, I'm gonna go in the C tier. What's next? Welch's fruit snacks. Yeah, this is one of those other ones I was talking about. You just pour it into your mouth as you're gaming with like, you know, small packs or something. But yeah, to be honest with you, if you're going to eat a fruit snack, you're probably just going to eat these one at a time. Or it's just going to go, because like the packs are small. So you're probably going to go through a lot of them. So still, with that said, I'm going to go with the S tier. Next up, oh yeah, these are basically the same as those Ritz Bits, except you actually dip them. I think I'm going to put these into A tier. Next up, string cheese. I do like string cheese. I particularly like it when I'm using it, like I said, when I make my own pizzas. I use these to make a stuffed crust. So with that said, I'll put these into the B tier. Because I really only use these to make either mozzarella sticks or a stuffed crust pizza, and that's about it. Next up. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. The Nature Valley up there on the board doesn't hold a candle to these. Because you're not going to make a mess of these as you chew them, and they're actually pretty good too. So I'm gonna go B tier. Next up, yes, Planters Trail Mix. Yeah, you get like some candy pieces in there, some peanuts, other junk. I think I'm gonna go with C tier for this, because I prefer Chex Mix over that. Chips Ahoy. Yeah, a lot of the Chips Ahoy flavors are not really that good because it's kind of grainy, kind of artificial tasting. But the original and one other one, which I think might come up later, are basically the only Chips Ahoy that you'll probably ever eat. So with that said, I think I'm gonna go A tier for these. And then let's see if the other one is going to be up next. Doritos, yeah, these are kind of plain on their own. If you want to put them in the chili though, it's pretty, I'm gonna say B tier. Next up, corn nuts. These are actually the ranch ones. I don't, have I had these? Maybe? Maybe not. I don't remember. Actually, I think I might have. I think I remember them tasting pretty good too. I'll go B tier. Okay, we got 7 left. Let's see what's next. Pop chips. I actually never had these, so for the next one. Gushers, I have not had in years. Yeah, these are basically another fruit snack, but they kind of have like juice injected into them. It's kind of cool, but I haven't had them in years. But they're still good though. I think like the other fruit snacks I have up there, we'll probably add them to that if it is up there. I think so. Is it? Yeah, it is. Right next to the well. So, what's next? Yes, the nacho cheese Doritos. Now, let me know in the comments. Are you a Cool Ranch guy? Or are you a nacho cheese guy? I think I'm a nacho cheese guy. So, I'm gonna put these into... Which tier did I put the, Okay, the Cool Ranch ones are in the A tier. I'll put these into the S tier. Now you can't even see it. I'm gonna go back a little bit further. That. Next up, the traditional Chex Mix. I don't really pick this up. It's kind of mid to me. And the only good part about this in particular is the rye bread. So I'm gonna put these into the D tier. Next up, Bugles. I prefer the cheese Bugles over these, but these are still good. I'm gonna put these into the C tier just because it's the regular ones. If I see the cheese ones, I'll put them up higher. So there's only 2 left. Better cheddar. Wait a minute. Have I had these? I think I've had these. These are basically like a Cheez-It, but the crackers are round. So imagine like a Ritz cracker that's dusted with cheese powder. I think that's essentially what this is. I haven't had them in forever though. I don't even see them in stores anymore. Ugh, man. I just unlocked like a forgotten memory of mine. That said though, I think I'm gonna go with the beets here. Better. So now, we're on to the final one. Let's see what we got. Kettle sea salt. Okay. Yeah, I like kettle chips. I think I prefer these over like other like regular chips that are just salty like plain chips. These are the ones I'd go with. But I don't think it'd be S tier. I think I'm gonna go like B tier. And that is the final one. So let me just take a look at the final results here. See if anything should be changed. I think I'm gonna move need to do that. Meant to grab the Doritos. And I'm gonna move them down to the S to the C tier. So that is every single snack that is in this tier list. If you'd like to see more tier lists or some of my other videos, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. And like this video because it helps with the algorithm and it shows that you want to see more videos like this one. And if you have any suggestions for a tier list, leave them in the comment section below. Until then, I'll holler at y'all later. Bye!